see.
Can you click on that directly, or should you use that?
I don't know. I don't know what that is. System information. Refreshing system information. Loading
Can you
module.
actually send that to Eagle Dynamics, or is it just an info message?
I don't know. If it's Windows or DCS, then this. I think it's Windows.
DXDiag, that's DirectX Diagnose tool.
Right.
Yeah, I could bite myself in the arse. I should have looked at graphics card prices when Bitcoin crashed, like 2 or 3 weeks ago. The 1080 Ti was briefly at 650 euros. It's now at 1050 euros.
Damn.
Oh no, again, it's higher than it ever was.
Of the graphics cards.
Yes. The prices went from 1080 Ti, Asus for example, Strix, went from 850 once Bitcoin crashed to 650, and now it's up to 1050 euros.
Bloody hell.
I did not know Bitcoin crashed.
Yeah, it did. It halved basically. So went down by almost 50% like 3 weeks ago, but recovered quite a bit. I think I'm not really following it. But I should have bought graphics cards back then, because prices for graphics cards, it's basically the same price chart as Bitcoin. It's not as extreme.
Huh.
I thought I would see my ship full of stuff.
Do you see it actually? What's loaded in?
No, but to be fair, I don't think I landed properly.
Ah, okay. Where did you actually land? At Levski?
No, I went to Grim Hex.
Mm-hmm. Are there actually trading terminals there?
There are.
Ah, okay. I've never been there after the last big update, version 3, so...
Back in the server. Oh, connection timed out.
I got a DCS serious loading screen right now. Still waiting. Something to happen.
Okay. On your way back in, or?
Yeah, it just takes a while.
Okay.
You have that on your SSD too, I guess.
Yes.
Mhm. With these games, the new SSDs, which are available, which you connect directly to the main board, it's a new
PCI?
kind of. Um, no, it's actually a new thing. M1 or M2. It's called M.2. I think is the connector. That is way faster. That is only with modern mainboards, really new ones, that offer that connection.
Huh. Where do you connect that to on your motherboard?
Yeah, it's basically like, how to explain that? It's a slot basically in a motherboard, and you put it in there.
Oh, on newer motherboards then. If it's
Yes,
not
on very
PCI.
new. Yeah, just very
Okay.
new. It's a new kind of connection
Okay, gotcha.
for very fast SSDs. Thing.
I'll have to rip my computer out and get a new one with all this new fancy new SSD stuff.
Yeah, it's not really fully developed, I think. I mean, probably worth waiting there a bit. They're also very expensive, these kind of drives, I think, the good ones.
Yeah. Even standard SSDs aren't cheap, are they?
Hmm.
You're in? I can
I'm
see
in, and I get a decent frame rate. Good. Okay, I leave it at like it is now. I just, because I was annoyed, I put textures too low. Shouldn't have done that, but it doesn't matter for now.
As
That's
long as
just
you can
so.
see your cockpit properly.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just the carrier looks like, I don't know. It wasn't painted. It's not too bad. It's just very blurry because I set it too low.
Right.
Well, I've got a couple of things in my cargo hold, because that's all I could afford.
Yeah. Now you go fly a crash and it's lost.
Yep. Now we'll have no monies.
Alright.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
Alright. On your side panel, at the front you got battery and generator.
Left or right?
Right.
Right.
You see him?
Searching.
Yeah,
You mean all the way to the right side?
it's in
front?
front of the right panel.
No,
All the way to the front. Right side panel, that is.
I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay, I got it. Yeah, battery. There we go.
Yeah. So you right click on it. Right click on battery, so it moves forward.
Mhm.
Same with gen.
So battery on, generator on. Yeah.
Yeah. So those two are on.
Hmm.
Then you move down to your left behind your throttle quadrant.
Mhm.
There you have a pump. Left, right,
Pump.
and then
Yeah,
fuel,
left, right.
fuel prop.
Mhm.
All of those three right click so they move forward.
So, pumps, fuel prop. Yeah. What does fuel prop actually do?
Uh,
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just asking.
yeah, Dave got to answer that. I think he answered it last time
Okay.
I pushed it. Then all the way back on the left, you have a big handle, a yellow striped,
Mhm.
poking up from the back wall.
Yeah.
You
See that?
right click on that so it goes down,
Down.
and
What
then
does
up,
that?
that's the fuel shut-off lever.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, and then above it you have a switch called DEX.
Yeah. Mhm.
You right click so it goes up. It controls your
Stuff.
fuel stuff.
Mhm.
So if that's not switched, then you can't go above idle.
Mhm. Okay.
Um, that's the main thing to have it started. Then you go back to your battery and generator, the first two ones you
Yeah.
did. On the left side of that, you get NST, engine start. Right click on that.
Yeah.
Then you
Get a beeping and warning sound.
yeah. Front on the top, you get red text, master warning. Click on that.
Okay, it's off.
Yep. Just to the right of that warning, you get a RPM going up, and it's going to stop on 92.
Yeah, it is on 92 and they hear the engine.
Cool. Now if you move your throttle forward 1 in 10, then it kicks in. Is it spooling up above 92? What's your RPM?
Uh, 285. 0285, sorry.
Okay, yeah, so it's spooled up
Mhm.
properly.
You just move it a little bit forward the throttle then.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay. And
Yeah, you
leave
can
it there
move it.
or...
You can move it all the way forward and then drag it back, because
Okay.
it gets out of the shut-off intent. It moves one slot forward, and then it can't move back.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's the startup. Next, we're going to turn our lights on.
Mhm.
That's behind the pump and fuel prop thing you asked about, behind the throttle quadrant. It has auxiliary, anti-collision, post-BRT form. See those?
The
On the,
anti-collision coil, for example. Okay, yeah, I see. Mhm.
yeah.
All on or?
All of them forward. And then the wheel, the form, you just chuck that to full, bright.
Okay.
And
ERT,
then
yeah. Mhm.
further in, up on the wall, you have external lights. EXT, LT.
See it, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Move that to night vision, NVG middle. Just one right click.
Mhm.
Go back
Yeah.
down to the other light switches we did, and then further back you have oxygen off. It says.
Yeah, it's off. Mhm. It's on.
Yeah, just click it so it goes forward.
Mhm. It is on.
Turns on the oxygen. Okay, now you move in front of your throttle. You have pitch, roll, and yaw. 3 switches.
Yeah.
You right click on all of them so they move forward.
Mhm.
In front of yaw you have Q feel.
Mhm.
Same there. Forward. Front of that one you have RPS yaw.
Mhm.
Forward. On actually. It's a
On, yeah.
three-way.
Middle.
And then next to that you have a wider one, and that's the landing gear. No, landing light. So you just chuck it to middle. At
Middle.
night you can put it all the way forward to approach, and you get fully fully light. But
Mhm.
just keep it on middle. Then in front of that you have that panel with the gear, anti-skid, flaps,
Yeah.
all of that. Make sure your anti-skid is on NWS down. It is by default.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Look up and no, don't. Yeah, forget that. And then you have the flaps on under the flaps
It's
search.
still, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Then the flaps number should turn up to 25 by default above it.
1 second. Laps.
You have the flaps cruise
There we
auto
go, yeah.
install
Mhm.
underneath.
Yeah.
You put that to on.
25 now.
Yep. Then we're going to do everything in front of us, front panel.
Mhm.
All the grey knobs you can turn them. What I do, I just grab it with my right mouse and hold, and then do my mouse up.
Green, you said?
Grey. All
Grey,
the grey
okay.
knobs.
So I see one above the left MFD.
Yeah. And just everyone that's like that one, everything, you do the same thing when you open them.
The maximum, generally, or
Just a little,
middle?
just a little bit. You can do maximum too. It doesn't matter.
Okay. So that's then volume.
Both
whatever that is.
MFDs and the front panel thing. You also have the 3 underneath your numpad.
4,
So it's 1, 2, 3,
5.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of them.
Okay, I'm at 8. That's the 9.
You're at 8.
Okay, I got over there, or to the right side.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Yep. And then on the right of the right MFD, you also have 3 more.
Mhm.
You right click on it, keep clicking it till it's fully opened. That's the RWR and volume.
Okay,
first
and that's until I can't click anymore, or it doesn't turn anymore.
Yes.
Okay.
The EXP, the one underneath, 1 click till it turns on auto.
One click, yeah.
Yeah. The one underneath there, we're gonna have that off unless you use the jammer pod. This is what turns the jammer pod on, basically. So if you have the jammer pod on, you put it to standby, and when you get into combat or whatever, you just chuck it all the way up to receive or RPT. That means you activate it.
Okay.
Under the right MFD, you have your fuel, and the bottom gate reading there is bingo, and it says 0.
Yes.
There's a knob next to it. Scroll that up to about 2000.
What is that actually?
It will warn you when you reach
okay, yeah.
2,000 pounds of fuel.
It's the fuel warning, yeah.
Yeah. Another thing it does, you can, if you look behind your throttle again, between your lights and your pumps, you have something called dump.
1 second, I'm just trying to get that to 2000. What's the best way to do that?
I just scroll mouse.
Scroll, okay, because moving mouse didn't really work.
Oh, yeah, that works too, but it's
It's a bit buggy on this one,
Yeah.
I guess.
I
me
think
at
your
least.
mouse will need a little bit of oil.
If I grab it and move it, I can't go down anymore. I don't know why. Move into all directions with my mouse.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
I'll try it again quickly. Okay, now it works for whatever reason.
Okay. Yeah, you ask what that does. It warns you when it reaches that amount
Yeah.
you set it to. And another thing, If you look behind your throttle quadrant, between your light settings and pumps, you have two switches called dump.
Mm-hmm.
When you activate them, it will dump the fuel till you're within hover weight.
Mm-hmm.
It will stop automatically. You don't have to do anything with that again. Till it reaches your hover weight, or it reaches your bingo setting.
Okay.
So it will
So
dump the
whatever
fuel.
is the lower of these two.
Yeah.
And that's left and right wing fuel tanks, I guess.
Yeah. So when you're done a mission, you're gonna come back and you're gonna land on something, and I usually jettison everything, and I start my fuel dumping.
Mhm.
Then when I'm reaching my landing spot, then I'm light enough to do proper hover landing.
What's the normal, if you don't set that bingo setting, what's the normal fuel amount to where it gets dumped to for hovering? Do you know that?
I don't think it's set to the amount of fuel. It depends on what you're carrying and your weight.
Ah, okay.
It calculates your weight basically. So it should dump enough fuel so you can hover,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
whatever that is. I believe. Don't quote me on it, but that's how I understood it.
Mm-hmm. And the fuel tank display above the bingo setting, that's for total, left wing and right wing, if I'm not wrong. Number above is total, I think, and left and right.
No,
in
actually, I
elevate.
think... Okay, let me have a look. It's... I'm gonna raise my thing here. If you turn the knob all the way down, that's the outboard tanks, which we don't have fitted.
Mm-hmm.
Next is inboard, which has nothing. Wing tanks for me has 2,350 on each side.
Mm-hmm.
Internal 3,750.
Mm-hmm.
And then total, that's what it shows anyway. Feed, not really sure what that is. Bit, I'm not sure what it is. The top gauge, which says for me 75,000 or 7,500. That's your total fuel.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever the other one says, that's your total, and that's what the fuel amount your bingo will react to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Damn, my tracker has stopped working. Okay, there we go. So that's about it. That's your main... No, okay. On your right side, on your seat, all the way back, you have got a big yellow
Mm-hmm.
black stripe thing. Click that, activate your ejection seat.
What did that do? Sorry?
It activates your ejection
Okay.
seat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Emergency seat.
There you go.
Down on the right panel again, you got 4 really big knobs. INSP, P&L, console, warning, caution, flood.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's if you do the INSP, P&L and console, it will turn on the lighting of your instruments. FLD is your floodlight. It will
So
flood.
middle position, kind of. What's the best there?
The INSP, P&L and console, I just do tiny little bit up.
Okay.
You see it in the dark though, you can't see it really in the daylight.
Uh-huh.
The FLD, that's your floodlight. That lights up a lot at night. Those are movable floodlights.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look around on your cockpit strut thing, you
I
got
see.
those square light things, you can move them
Mhm.
around.
Okay.
But,
You're only turning up the upper two, or also the lower two?
the warning caution thing I never used.
Okay.
And then pronunciation lights. I don't know what
And
it
the floodlights, what's your standard position there?
is. Barely minimum. I
Okay.
only use it at night, but I use it so it doesn't shine up too much. So that's a
Okay.
preference when it's
Mhm.
dark, basically, so you can see
Yep,
what you want it on.
that's done.
Yeah, okay. And then behind your battery and generator and starter switch, you have a radio switch where it says off test TR plus G. I right click it till it's on twice till it's on TR plus G. That's God frequency.
Searching for it. One second.
It's a radio thing. It
I
really
see
doesn't
this
work
now.
properly yet, but it's I just put it on anyway.
TR plus G, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, the maximum position, right click, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yes, okay. In front, behind your stick, all the way down. Remember
Left
that
to
one?
nav, I guess?
Yeah.
That,
Nav, and then DMT up, and FLIR up.
What's the FLIR one?
That's above the one you put on nav.
Ah, there
This is
you
a single
go.
switch.
Hidden. Yep. Done.
And then on your numpad in front of your face, under your HUD, underneath that one where you have those three knobs you turned earlier,
Mm-hmm.
you have another switch saying day, auto, and night.
Yep.
Right click that twice so it points down on night,
Mm-hmm.
and all the way to the right there you get barometer and radar altimeter.
Yeah.
Put that on radar.
Okay. Right.
Now push your hold on, what is it? I gotta check. Controls. Sensor select down. Sensor select push, basically. I don't remember what you use for that.
Sensor select down.
And then look at your HUD.
I'm just quickly looking at my controls
Yeah.
before I do something which I don't want to do.
Might be your front.
Sensor select down. Drop it to 5. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Then you go back and you look at your HUD while pushing that.
Mm-hmm.
You should turn that
Yeah, I
FLIR,
see. Mhm.
FLIR on. Okay,
Mhm.
yeah. So that's working.
Good.
What made that work was the under the numpad where you had the day, auto, and night. When you set that to night and the FLIR switch in front of your stick, those two turns on that function.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Just one question. Do you have the horizon already on the HUD?
Yes.
Okay, I don't. Then it's related to these graphic settings. The ground texture setting or the water texture setting. That's all I changed.
Huh.
That is a bug, clearly.
Okay. And your
Fucks up the HUD.
V-stall is activated on the left. That's like mode.
Taking a look. Yeah. Set to VStore. That is a bug related to the graphic settings, obviously.
Okay.
Well, we have
And-
to do it without.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Fine.
to be sure, underneath your numpad in front, where you had the day, auto, night thing, those three grey knobs you turned, they are actually turned, right?
Mm. They are all set to middle position bright here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. To select your radio COM 1 and 2 on your numpad in front of you, you have those round buttons with a hole in them saying COM 1 and COM 2.
Mhm.
If you put your mouse on it and scroll your mouse, you go through different presets,
Mm-hmm.
numbers, and you can see the frequency. When you found the frequency, let's say select preset 1, and then you click on it.
Call
Com.
frequency 1, Overlord. Bra,
Mhm.
065 for 120.
Do you have a radio phone?
Cold.
No.
What's your frequency you selected?
251 and
Okay.
then a 0.0000.
Okay. And then you clicked on it, so it pushes in
Yes.
the command. Okay. That's alright. Okay, now getting ready for takeoff. What I want to do is switch your... gotta go check my controls again. Your parking brake off switch. And then look at your quadrant, throttle quadrant when you do that.
Parking brake off. You mean the wheel brakes?
No. It's called parking brake off.
Do you know where that is in the cockpit actually? That is not assigned.
That is on your... actually on your throttle quadrant.
Okay.
It's one
Why
of those
isn't that-
two switches that are really hard to find.
Why isn't that assigned to the holder section? I saw
oh yeah.
something move forward, kind of a left little...
Yep. That's what it does.
Can
That
you click
means
it
if
another?
you move your throttle forward now, your RPM will go up.
If I do that once, I can't click it another
Yes,
time. Okay, that's fine.
that's fine.
Ah, okay, that was the thing that's been assigned to my lockout position, I guess.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay,
Okay.
so now you can throttle up and you gain RPM basically. If you haven't done that,
Uzi,
you
1-4.
wouldn't get
Overlord.
anything other
Bra,
than
060.
Mhm. Yeah, forward's
1-1.
working.
Overlord. Bra, 068 for 130 at
You got the radio?
10,000. Cold.
Yeah.
okay.
Well,
Call
I was able to do a trade
Overlord.
thing,
Bra,
so that
068
worked
for
eventually.
130
Did you earn some
at
money?
10,000.
I earned some, yes, ISKs. I have some of those now.
Switch to radio frequency preset number 2, so you don't have to
Okay.
listen to that. That should be 252.
252, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. So, now we should be ready for setting everything up for takeoff. First of
Mhm.
all, we're going to close our canopy, if you haven't done that.
What was it? Left shift G? No, control.
Left control C.
Left control C. There you go.
Okay. Then set your nozzle to 82 degrees.
Just one question. I get a little email symbol on the left side with a number 1. What is that?
That's your chat. Push
Ah.
tab. It opens it. And tab again, it drops it. And then get another envelope when you get another message.
Okay.
It's for
okay.
decluttering basically.
Mhm.
To actually chat, you have the chat text open, and then you push Control Tab.
That's very intuitive.
Yeah.
Not enter.
No.
Okay, it's set to 82 nozzle. Mhm.
Yeah, 82 nozzle. Flaps to V-stall. Flaps down basically.
Yeah, 61.
Yeah. Water on takeoff. HTO switch up to
Mhm.
TO.
Yep. That.
And now you're good to go.
Okay, how do you usually take off? Do you just, I mean, taking off is clear, increasing throttle, but what do you do then? Going just forward, or do you roll to the left a little bit? What's
I
safer?
roll a little bit to the left, just tiny. I can also do rudder turn.
Uh-huh. What's
Just
really
to
done?
get away from the main ship strut, basically.
Do you know what the pro pilots do? I mean, not in these clear conditions, but I mean, in heavy weather.
The right way to do it is hover up a little bit and then you side slip left.
Left. Okay, not forward, so just left.
Yeah.
roll left and then...
But
okay.
usually when you take off from this carrier, you're carrying a lot of fuel, you're carrying weapons, so you do a forward moving nozzle to zero basically, forward full blast till you reach about 10 meters from the edge. Then you move your nozzle back quite a bit till you lift off.
Ah, okay.
Depends on your weight. That's usually how you take off because you're carrying more stuff.
Okay.
It's when you come back and landing, then you can jettison everything, jettison fuel, dump fuel, and then you can do a proper thing. So it's usually a short rolling takeoff on a carrier.
Okay.
But we don't have to do that now because we're empty.
And once I'm hovering, going a little bit to the left side, then permanently just gaining altitude and then accelerating,
Get up till you're in a proper hover while moving away from the ship a little bit. Then gear up and then move your nozzle slowly forward, controllable, so you gain more and more and more speed. And keep your
everything
nose.
under full throttle.
To begin with, yes.
Okay.
That's the standard. When we're at light as we are now, you might not need that much, but it's the real pilots do it.
Yeah, it's safer, obviously.
Yeah. You can burn the engine badly, so when you try to hover, when you come back, you won't have the power. But we'll get into that later. What's your
you guys to it later.
Yeah, have a good one. Good night.
Okay. Keep an eye on your HUD when you go full power. There might be a hexagon line popping up that goes around to a full hexagon and then a line poking out of it. That's telling you that you're using too much power, or don't stay on that power setting for too long, basically. Try to keep that so it's
in the middle or up or
on the HUD in front of you.
and where there on the HUD, I mean? Any kind of
Where
position?
it says R and J.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
You should usually go R or J letter inside that hexagon thing when it builds up. It shouldn't, to not destroy the engine or damage the engine, you shouldn't go more than two lines. You'll see what I mean when it happens.
Okay.
That's for later on now, because you can break your engine by doing it.
How do you actually handle the zoom settings in game? What the hell is actually going on here? Do you have that the upper quarter of the screen is kind of dim?
On your HUD?
Yeah. If you zoom back,
Yeah.
so see everything like a 180.
Where I have my zoom thing?
No,
way?
just if you zoom fully out, so you basically have this kind of fisheye view, you know?
Oh, I never do that. It looks
Ah, okay. Because there's a really strange thing going on there.
Yeah.
You see the dark.
Yeah.
Maybe filter the sun or whatever. I don't know what that is.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Anyway.
My zoom distance to the panels and stuff is so that I have the cockpit arc on top where the mirrors are, so to speak. Just so it cuts my corners. I don't see the whole arc, basically.
Okay.
That's where
Yeah,
I
that's
usually
fine.
have it.
Playing
But
around.
that's a personal preference. Oh, okay. Before we take off, we can activate a couple of things on our MFDs. Right MFD. You have on the top left there, you have something called engine, ENG.
The hell was that?
Blew up.
Same here.
What the hell? Crashed. Oh, we're under attack. The ship is under attack.
Yeah, I see. There's something going on here.
Okay, Well, we managed to do everything except actually take off.
Yeah.
But we were ready to go.
Good.
Alright, ships are no more. The server is useless for us now.
Do you actually have a checklist for this, or just memorizing it roughly?
Memorizing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to probably grab me a checklist for this for the first time. You just watch the YouTube videos basically, or
I what?
did you just watch YouTube videos, or
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Just the one you gave me the link for.